Consciousness is simply explained as a means for awareness of internal and external experiences and how we bring meaning to the things around us. Many experts have tried to analyze the complexity of consciousness, and although we have millions of definitions, explanations, and debates about it, we still cannot understand the gravity of the situation. Consciousness is puzzling, controversial, and feels a bit familiar, yet it remains a mystery at the same time. The only agreed notion is that it does exist, but everyone's opinions about what needs to be studied to understand the concept better is so different. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss consciousness, what it seems to be, and the reasons why we have not been able to fully understand how it works. But before we get into more detail, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content just like this. Now, let's get started. We have all made huge progress in understanding various aspects of the human mind. Scientists have made theories about how the human brain functions, conducts various activities, and how all of this decides our behavior. But there is one thing no one has been able to answer: how are these electrical and chemical signals being passed? And how does it send the signals of grief, pain, happiness, and all the other emotions we feel? There are suspicions that we may never be able to crack the complex behavior of our human minds. For the past decades, it has always been taboo to talk about mental health issues or figure out the mystery of the conscious mind. No one would take the topic of consciousness seriously. Over the years, there have been numerous changes to how this is seen, and people have began taking this scientific issue seriously. Consciousness researchers have said that there are plenty of challenges in understanding the depths of the situation. They suggest that we will have to look at physical structures in the brain to see how they are producing these signals. The problem with consciousness is that you cannot go inside someone's mind and see what they are feeling or thinking. It is impossible to check the ongoing thoughts of another person. Hence, you cannot observe how the signals are being sent. We can try and see through a third person's perspective, but they do not have grounds for knowing what is truly happening inside the conscious mind. Scientists are trying to see the smallest of electrons to study the concept better. They have to observe the matter to be able to explain it. The issue of explaining consciousness is that we are dealing with something unobservable in nature. When we do experiments, we have a list of data, charts, and spreadsheets to look at. Then, from that information, we can study the information gathered and complete results. Now, scientists believe the best way to understand consciousness is to correlate these unobservable experiences. Then they can compare them with observable processes. The next step is to scan people's brains and rely on the reports that we gain. But the outcomes will be based on every individual's personal conscious experiences. From these methods and techniques, we can establish one thing: that the brain's invisible need of hunger is correlated to the visible activity that is going on inside the hypothalamus. Why are all conscious experiences inversely related to our brain activity? And what is the reason behind our brain sending us these signals? There have been various discussions about what consciousness is, and some experts have divided it into different types. There is P consciousness, which is simply a raw experience. The moving, its colored forms, feelings, emotions, sensations, sounds, everything we feel inside our body, and the responses at the center. All these experiences are based on the impact of any behavior called qualia. It is defined as the individual's situations of subjective and conscious experiences. There is also A consciousness, a phenomenon where our minds are responsible for verbal reports, how we reason with others, and how we control our behavior. So, when we process information, what we see is access to our own conscious mind. It is a combination of things we introspect, learned knowledge, our memories, and things we can recollect. Many philosophers have debated on the credibility of both types of consciousness. The thoughts that our mind processes, along with the physical processes, are both correlated, but the specific reason for this connection is still unknown. However, one philosopher named Descartes answered the question as Cartesian dualism. It means that the connection of mind and body are both separate and distinct. Descartes gave the theory that the conscious mind resides within an immaterial domain known as the res cogitans. The meaning of res cogitans is that it is the realm of thought. It is a non-physical substance of the conscious mind. comparing them to the domain of materialistic things known as the res as extensa, or the realm of extension. He proposed that the interaction with the mind and body domains occur inside the brain, maybe in the small midline structure called the pineal gland. Many philosophers agreed with the explanation that Descartes gave to understand consciousness. Many did ridicule his idea of the pineal gland, but no other philosopher has come close to explaining this scenario. The scientific revolution took a turn when Galileo said that mathematics could be the new language of science. There is only one condition: that the new science should have a purely quantitative vocabulary. There was one thing he realized later: you cannot measure consciousness. Galileo declared that we would have to put consciousness out of the domain, then only we will be able to capture the rest of it in mathematics. This observation is vital because most people think that the conventional scientific approach can solve any problem in the world. All this is due to the success that physical science has gained over the years, and it has explained the mysteries of our universe. As multiple aspects of the world were discovered, many people thought it could also help to explain consciousness. But what people fail to understand is that physical science gained success because we removed consciousness. In the end, we can say that if philosophy and science came together to solve the mystery, there is still a chance we may be able to crack it open. Science has given us the reasons for correlations between brain activity and the experiences we have now. We can hope that philosophical theory has the answers to the correlations of the conscious mind. Experts are believing that it is only a matter of time before we get the answers we are looking for, and a revolution will come in the field of consciousness. This is all for today's video. We hope you have enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments section below about what you think is the reason behind our consciousness. Also, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure to click the bell icon so you never miss another video update from us. We will be back very soon with another brand new video, so stay tuned.